Hello again. Thank you for joining to my channel and watching more videos. As you know, I specialize in GBBRs and also Viper Tech guns as well. If you have followed up on my previous videos, I've made a Mk18 Mod 1 based off of the GMP walk system. I wanted more consistency across all my builds, so I pretty much took that gun apart and I made another Mk18 Mod 1 that looks very similar, if not exactly the same, based on the Wii system. So this is the rifle itself. It's actually pretty heavy because of all the attachments and accessories that I've used. So most of the parts here is a combination of Airsoft and real steel parts. I'm going to go through it, all the parts that I've used. The crane stock here is a clone. In terms of the stock tube and the castle nuts, these are real steel. The Ford Assist is also real steel, and I think they're made by Daniel Defense. Charging handle is also real steel by Daniel Defense. Anti-rotational links, I've modified it, as well as the actual lower receiver as well to fit it. A2 grip is also real steel. Now, for the fire selector, I used a new age ambidextrous fire selector. Normally on the Wii GBBRs, it's very loose, but I've modified it so that when I switch between fire modes, it's actually pretty stiff and it clicks solidly into place, again with no wiggle room as well. So it's very stiff. It's not as wobbly as the stock, and that's something that I wanted to do with all my guns. In terms of the optics, I think this Spectre is also by either Elements or AABB. I can't remember. I have my front and rear flip-up sights that are also clone. The PEC box and the lights are made by VFC. The quality is pretty good in terms of the build and also functionality as well. Silencer, QD silencer by VFC as well. This is a clone of the Knight's Ornament silencer. Now, the outer barrel I have inside is actually made by Viper Tech. It's pretty solid and very heavy. I had to use an adapter in order to adapt the Viper Tech outer barrel to the upper receiver. The rail itself is real steel. This is the FDE version of the Mk18 Wrist 2. And again, I have my A2 grip, which is a clone. Internally, I've pretty much left everything to stock. Only change some parts itself. As you can see, my hammer and also my sear, the disconnector, everything is all stock. Internal upgrades, the only thing I have is an end pass in case if I do want to game it. I also have a plus hop-up rubber and also a Type 4 inner barrel, and I think that's by Falcon. So I'm using those as upgraded internal parts. This gun is more about functionality. The weathering on the outside, compared to my GMP walk, I've reduced it slightly more just so that it looks more realistic. Pretty much removed a lot of it from where most of the wear and tear is. Only the crevices and where the turns are, I've left some of the paint. Same thing on the front end as well. I painted it with Krylon tan paint and just removed most of the paint so it looks more realistic. So here's a test fire of the gun itself. The recoil is actually pretty strong as well. It has really good gas seal between the gas route of the magazine and the air nozzle. Bolt cycles, no issues. I don't really feel any resistance as it goes back. And here's how the gun fires. That's on semi. And on full auto. So there it is. The optics, the eye relief is not bad. I pretty much have the optic here just for looks. It's the gun is actually overall pretty heavy itself, and it's hard to game with, which is why I resort more to my Mk18 Mod 0. Feel free to add comments or notes at the bottom. If you do like the video, feel free to click it as your favorite as well. If you do have any questions, also message or PM me. Thank you.